ghost watching, live from one of Britain's most haunted buildings, the deserted BBC Studios, Pebble Mill. We'll do that in a few minutes' time. Meanwhile, this is BBC Radio 5 Live. It's 10:35. So, 12 minutes to 11 now, and it is indeed Halloween. It's a day when the number of ghost sightings go through the roof. So where better to spot a spirit than a building that some say is one of Britain's most haunted, the deserted Pebble Mill Studios, just a couple of miles away from here. Our old studios, in fact. Allegedly, Pebble Mill is home to a flour mill owner's daughter. The ghost I'm talking about, actually, a real life one still there. That'd be odd. But allegedly it's home to a flour mill owner's daughter who walks the corridors of that broadcasting institution. BBC radio producer Gabby Fisher worked at Pebble Mill for many years. She once saw a ghost figure in an office near our old studio.
I used to produce a very early morning programme on 5 Live, and it was always a race between me and the presenter to see who could get to the office first, because there was nobody else around ever at that time. One morning, on an autumn morning, very much like today, I arrived what I thought was really successfully and possibly early. And as I walked down the dark corridor towards the office, I noticed through the glass in the doors a man crossing from left to right across the office. And I thought, oh no, he's beaten me to it. And I flung open the office doors and I said, okay, you win. There was nobody there. No lights, no people, just me. I was really in shock. I walked around the whole office. There were two little side offices off the main office, and I went in there. I turned the lights on. There's no other way in. There's this one door and a rectangular set of rooms and the window. There's no possible way anyone could have left or come in, and that's it. A few minutes later, the presenter arrived and said, my God, you look as white as a ghost. What have you seen? I had to explain.
Well, an ironic comment from the producer who arrived there, but this is very much a true story. That was BBC radio producer Gabby Fisher, who saw a ghost moving from left to right, and then thought it was left to right. She thought she'd lost the race, but indeed she firmly believed that was an actual ghost. So before the Pebble Mill gets demolished once and for all, and that's what's going to happen to it, we've arranged our own Pebble Mill ghost hunt to see if at all a load of codswallop. Maybe our team down there will see this left-to-right moving ghost themselves. Now, we touched on this topic last night, but do call us with your ghost stories. 0500 909 693. Tracy, it's Halloween.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Of course it is.
0500 909 693. The Midlands Ghost Research Society has set up a ghost watch at Pebble Mill, and regular contributor to the show, businessman Jerry Blackett, is there, along with the Society's Amanda Higginson. Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Richard.
Good to speak to you. How's Pebble Mill?
Well, I'm stood in a very gloomy, half-lit ex-Archer's studio. It's cool, it's clammy, and it is slightly unpredictable this evening, Richard, I would say.
Interesting.
I'm also armed to the teeth. I've come down with a tin hat on. I've got a fishing net, a harpoon. I'm taking no risks at all this evening.
Well, that's absolutely right and proper. So just tell us, we are trying to set up a proper experiment here. You're in a darkened room, so I imagine that's what you have to be in a dark room to see a ghost.
Well, yes, we've had the lights. Well, I think the lights are failing anyway, Richard. The whole place is beginning to decay. We've got half a dozen people, 7 people from the Research Society who've been prowling the corridors. And we've had one or two little examples of something we couldn't explain. I was following Mary in the corridor. She took a picture with her camera. Apparently nothing in front of us. When we looked at the picture, there is an orange stripe across the picture, and that is called a psychic rod, I believe.
Might it just be called a bit of a photographic anomaly caused by a flash or reflection?
We applied rigorous technology to this, and we retook that picture a number of times and couldn't replicate the same picture. So I think I'm not quite sure. I've got Amanda here as to what is the psychic rod. What is that all about, Amanda?
It's anomalies that show up on pictures that can't generally be explained. I think it's something that the mediums really are more aware of.
Yeah. We've got David with us as well, Richard, who's a medium, and you specialise in this sort of thing, David, don't you?
Yeah, I've been doing it for a number of years now. The reference to the psychic rod is interesting. There's been photos taken over the years, and these rods have actually appeared. Now, we don't actually know where they originate from, but there's a school of belief is that they originate from the dimension spirit world, and they can contribute to phenomena in a given area where these rods are.
What we did tonight, what do you think? Just a flash of light or something?
Myself, no. Going by past history, I would say it's a bit more than just a flash of light. Definitely.
Right, so hang on a minute. Well, this is it. I can't believe it. This has been going since about 8 o'clock. This is for people listening. Let's reiterate. There's quite a team down there. We've got the medium. There's about 7 people from the Midlands Ghost Research Society. They're looking for ghosts. They're looking for orbs. They're looking for psychic rods. So, Jerry, just to recap, our medium friend there thinks that was one of these psychic rods, which is some sort of dimension into the spirit world. Well,
that's what we're being told, and Mary, who's one of the team here, has been with the group for a number of, months, if not years, I suppose. Mary, how long have you been at the team? 2 years, and that's the first time you've caught something on your own camera of that type. So there's something's going on. I have to say that we walked up to one of the doors in Pebble Mill, and amazingly, it just automatically opened. But then we realised that's what it does anyway. It's one of those automatic doors. But so we explained that. We've managed to explain that.
No, I think this is a really exciting piece of broadcasting here, Tracy.
Well, I was talking to the security guards downstairs. Some of them.
What were they doing? Some coming up with some of the puns for our competition.
Well, yeah. But before that, they were talking about when they used to, because they used to work at Pebble Mill, and they said that there were certain areas in Pebble Mill that security guards absolutely refused to go at night. They just would not patrol or go, and they were serious. So
well, the security guards are nowhere to be seen. They ran.
They've gone already.
A good 2 hours ago, Tracy, and I feel really we are quite exposed, aren't we?
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is high risk work.
Right, high risk. I need helmets and all.
You do.
Whoa, well listen, there's a group of people that are in the old Archer studio. They've already seen a psychic rod. This is a story that's breaking and unfolding as we broadcast. 85058 with your ghost stories. 0500 909 693. You might want to challenge the psychic rod.